Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Salesforce Atlas, to the channel where you can learn Salesforce configuration. And in today's episode, I want to create a report that will be specifically added to a tab in Salesforce accounts page. So in this accounts page, or in the tab that I'll shortly create, I would like to link all the opportunities related to this account. And on any account, you'll be able to see opportunities and stages, whether it's a closed won, closed lost, whether it is still in negotiation process or it is in proposal process. So basically all stages in one place, instead of just looking at the related lists and then individually opening each and every opportunity. All right, so we are here in one of my Trailhead environments, and I've already opened accounts, and I was just thinking how I'll be creating this. And as I just quickly introduced you to this episode, I will create a tab in here. Most likely I will just remove this news. It was by default in here, but we're not really using it. And I will also make some changes. I actually want to add a related list, a quick view right in here, because I'm really used to it. And I only recently noticed that for me to see opportunities and contacts and everything that's related to this account in this environment, I actually have to go through the very lengthy process. And then that's as well one of the other things that I'll add in here that I think will be very useful. And let's just start perhaps with creating a report. As I don't really have any reports in here, I'll just go to reports, and it will be with the reports type for opportunities. And perhaps I'll do this. All right, let's see. Opportunities. I guess just a regular reports type with opportunities. And we have the account I'm looking for. Let's see what's the filter criteria. I have all opportunities and the current financial quarter. That's for the close date, which is probably fine. Or I would like to select all time. There might be some older data in this org. Yes, actually I want to see everything what I have in this org. And I didn't really have to create any dummy data for this video. So I will use everything what I've got in here. Yes, and this will look good. So what I'm looking for, definitely stages. Perhaps they, not really, I don't really need the financial period. I will need amount, expected revenue, probability. I don't really need that. Age, don't really need that. Close date, yes, I can keep that. However, that's not really what I'm looking for. Yeah, because these are closed, and I want, actually no, close date is all right as well. I want all stages. Create a date, next steps, don't need that. And delete source, don't really need that. And the type, maybe I will need that later. We'll see. I can always put the fields and columns back to this report. And owner role, don't really need that. Don't need opportunity owner. Account name, opportunity, stage, amount, expected revenue. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. And I would like to, I would actually like to sort this and group everything by stage and remove subtotals for a better view. And let's see what else. We have all the accounts. We have stages, accounts, opportunities. Let's see. Can I create a chart with this report? So I can use, where do I have Grand Hotels in multiple places? We'll go for a different view. Actually, I will make this a back to a details record, and I want to sort all accounts, group them by accounts, and then make the stage to group rows by stages. Rows? No. I want to group columns by stages in here. That is not going. Very often it happens like that. It's not going. All right. I'll just go ahead and do it this way. All right. So yes, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for stages and accounts. And later I will look specifically at our grand hotels and resorts, as I know I have there way more opportunities than on other accounts. Yes, that will be a good example. And I will also add a quick chart. And this will be the chart I will want to see later on our accounts, on our accounts page. So we have it like this. We have stages. Do I want it this way? All right. Maybe stage. Yes, that's going to be better. I basically want on my x-axis, I want stages, and then I can have record count stacked by account. So where do we have our hotels and resorts? We have in here, here, here. Yes, yes, this should work. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. And I will just quickly save this report. So let's see, we have it like this, or I can close this. And I just need this report later for my Lightning record pages. And let's say, sure, we can save it like this. All right, let's go back to our accounts page, and I can select any account. This time we'll select Grand Hotels and Resorts, and I will need to edit the page and work on our tabs. So I decided earlier I will entirely remove this news tab. And to remove news tab, you just need to remove it right here. And I will add a new tab, and that's going to be called reports. Do we have reports in here? Oh yes, we have it right here. So I will select it in here. I've picked reports, and so the next thing what we do, we'll add the report chart. I'll just move this component in here, and then I'll have to select our reports. Now we don't have any reports in here. I'll have to find it, and so all right. So listen, the report I just used, I actually saved it into private reports. So I just have to quickly go back, and I have to change the folder. There's a very common thing. You have to think where you are saving your reports. And as this report is meant for public use, for all account page users, I want it to be visible. So I will go back to this opportunity report and to its properties and just save it to another place, to a public folder. And here should be in properties. So this was the thing we need to save it in public reports. And this should do the magic. This should be now available. I'll just go, let's save and run, just in case if it didn't save it. And then I will go back to our account page. All right, so something was wrong with my internet, but it should be all right. Yes, everything is fine. Now I'm going back to the accounts page and I'm going back to our Grand Hotels and Resorts. Now our news tab is here still. So again, I will just edit the page and I will remove it. The news tab is still there because I didn't save any changes. So I'll just have to start all over again, but it will just take a couple of seconds. So I just wanted to remove the news tab. And I want to add our new tab with reports. All right, so here it's a completely new tab and there's nothing in here. So I will just go here on the left and I will find reports. I'll drag and drop and yes, so this is what we're looking for. However, my report is actually showing all accounts and this is, I want to make it more specific as I don't really want every accounts page just to show the same report everywhere. It will still take time. That's why I want to save time. I want to make it more specific for each account. And in this case, I just want to filter it by account ID. And now it is more specific. However, I would still like to change the way this graph is looking. That is, I would like to separate it into several columns, but this is a good start. So I can label it if I wanted to. Let's just label. All right, the label is right here. All opportunities, you can name it any way you want. What's easier for you. And so let's just save this. Yes, so this should be saved, but I will still change the graph just because I'm imagining something different. However, even this is good. And this will show, if you hover over, it will show you the stage name and it will show you the account name, but it should be the same. And also how many records you've got there. So it's showing one record count, one, and here you have 2 record counts. So this is a pretty good, chart. And if we go to any other account and if I've got there any open opportunities or closed any opportunities really, then this, unfortunately, there are no opportunities in there. That's why I specifically selected that. I knew that with hotels, I will have there some information. And let's just quickly let's find some default account. There were some accounts I imported. All right, so this was already by default when I created this environment. And also as you can see, I'm in a different account and it is reporting here is pulling specifically pyramid constructions. And we've got here one record and the stage of this opportunity is prospecting. So I've got one opportunity in here. and I can still change the way this graph looks like, but I do want to go back to my Grand Hotels because I have more information in here. I'll just go to view reports, or I can go from our reports tab in here. And what I can do is I can change this graph. This is pretty much what I'm looking for. However, it looks differently in there. Now I'm going back into accounts. I'm going back into reports. All right. And if I edit the page, yes, so as you can see here, you can show this refresh page. You can show it or you can hide it, but I would suggest to keep it in here, because if it doesn't refresh, then users will have to go in and view report and refresh it if it doesn't refresh for any reason. But here with this button, and you can explain your users, they can always refresh this, as sometimes they don't really get refreshed, similar to dashboards. But let's just see. All right. So for me to do what I'm actually looking for is I would also need to, yes, I'm sure I would need to also move my not create date, but my close date, and group it. I want to move it right here to my columns, group columns. So I want to have stages, and I will also want to see dates. And the close dates, I would like to group by perhaps by calendar month. Let's see how would that look like. Or let's check the way we are telling Salesforce to pull reports for a specific account page is by matching IDs. Therefore, we don't really need to use any specific sorting with account names in here in our chart. I can just select, I will have to select dates and record count. So I've got record count, I've got the stage, and I would also want to see not an account name, but a close date, because I'm interested in close dates. I want to know when opportunities are closing, and we can just quickly save and run this report and just check whether it is matching my expectations. And I will close it. I will go back to our accounts page, and here in reports tab, now, yes, this is what I'm looking for. I've got values, I've got stages, and I've got a record count. And we have closed one, we have two closed one, and we have one negotiation, one proposal, one value proposition. So this is all good. And one more thing is what I usually, when I work in Salesforce production work, what I really like is seeing a related quick list, because what I mentioned in the beginning of the video, going through the related list, through the related tab, it can be very lengthy, and you don't really see everything in one place. And that's another thing that you can actually add by selecting, where do we have this? Just by selecting related list quick links and just drag and drop in here. And it's very beautiful. You can see how many contacts, how many opportunities, how many cases you've got in one place, instead of just going through the related list each time. It's very long. And you can change the chatter or activity. Probably I will need to create another video about the page layout, because it can be changed in so many ways for every department you're working with, and you can make it really multifunctional and really have everything in one place. So I just need to quickly save the changes, go back, and I will see that the changes will be applied to the page layout, and it will be right here on the right hand side here in the corner. If I click, all right, I don't even have anything here. Yes, I just have these few objects and a few things just connected to the accounts page. But I find it very useful. Here it's so easy to see everything. As you can see, I could easily add reports to the accounts page by creating a new tab, specifically aimed for reports, creating a new report without really selecting any specific account on there, because later on my tab, I linked every report with an account ID. So each time I even tested whenever you open an accounts page, any account, there will be specific opportunities that are specifically linked to that account page. And thanks a lot for watching.